Hi, I'm Pat O'Malley from Star Wars Arcade here in DeKalb, Illinois. Star Wars Arcade is one of the last remaining original Golden Age neighborhood arcades. Last year, we were inducted into the International Registry of Historic Video Game Arcades through Twin Galaxies International and Walter Day. To me, that was one of my greatest honors. I'm really proud of that. How I started into video games was the Atari 2600. That was the really new cool console. It was one of the first consoles where you could have multiplayer games just by changing a game program. And luckily for me, I had an aunt and uncle that were pretty young, just got married, pretty hip, and they bought an Atari 2600 and they couldn't get rid of me. I kind of was like hanging out there all the time. I had to say my favorite game that I keep on coming back to year after year is Atari Centipede. That game was, well, an interesting fact about that game is it was one of the first women that actually had an influence on video games, and her name is Donna something. I'm sure someone else would kill me for not knowing this, but Centipede has the ability to have many ways to play the game, and even after you get tired of it, I always can go back to it, a couple months later. I still have the basic skills of it, but I really enjoy that game because I often do a lot of my great thinking. I can play that game and think of 8 million other things, whether it's things I'm trying to accomplish or things I'm trying to set up and do. So Atari Centipede to me is the all-time Atari greatest hit. It's really cool to see that was the infancy and kind of the birth of multiplayer games where you could actually change a cartridge into it, and it was a phenomenon that took off. That for Atari, I eventually went on to the 5200, which was closer to arcade graphics than the 7800, which I don't think was a huge success for them because the gaming boom is starting to change. But it's really cool to see that people are now, younger generations are embracing the 8-bit graphics, and there's even people out there designing games for the Atari 2600 platform still, like on a homebrew level that we've seen at various conventions like the Midwest Gaming Classic and such. So it's really neat to see that people respect the history of Atari.